Hey friend, welcome to the Good Morning Show, Finding Life Live. My name is Brian Bell. I'm so glad you're here. It is Wednesday, May 10th, 2023, week 15, day 3, live stream number 73, day number 130 of the new year. Hey, let's know where we are. Let's know where we're going. Let's know why we're going there. And let's make today count. Hey, good morning, live streamer. So great to see you on the show this morning. Lucas, first one in. Welcome back, bro. Good to see you. Good to have you with us this morning. Thank you for being here. Lucas says, morning, morning. There's my beautiful mom in Tennessee. Says, good morning with some love. Good morning, mom. So great to have you on the show with us this morning. Hey, Bobby Bell is back. Bobby Bell is back. All right. Bobby says, hi, Graham and Lucas. Happy hump day, B. All right. Yeah, I called Bobby after the show yesterday. Bobby just didn't show up. She left for work 5 minutes right before the show started and see you in a minute. And then after the show, I called her. I'm like, oh, she just totally forgot to log into the show. It's okay, Bobby. It's all right. Good to have you back. Welcome back, baby. So glad to have you back. Let's see. Robert Francis. Happy hustle day, y'all. All right. All caps. Coming in strong. Good morning, Robert. I saw that you were up at 3:18 this morning, getting your coffee and getting your gym in, getting 800 reps in before 5 a.m. Robert's got a video there this morning for us. Inspiring us to live strong and hustle. Go check it out at Robert GFJR on Instagram. You can go check it out. All right, Robert, thank you for being here, bro. Great to have you. I appreciate you. Let's see. Bobby says, new day, new mercies, new opportunities. Oh, Bobby, that's perfect. New day, new mercies, new opportunities. Every day, right? Every day, every day. Lucas, let's see what you got, bro. Treadmill has been occupied for me the past 2 days and had to adapt. Oh, bro, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, my bro. Hey, there's our beautiful daughter in Tennessee, Chloe Bell. Good morning. Chloe, so great to have you on the show with us. And Bobby Bell says, Robert, hashtag beast. Also, Robert is hashtag fit by 50 coming in soon, Robert, July 14th. Your date's coming up, bro. The deadline's coming. I know you're on track. Keep it up, bro. Keep it up. All right, hey, Zach Bell, Zach Attack, yo, 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 good morning. So great to see you, my bro. So glad you're here. I appreciate you. This is awesome. So great to have all you guys with us this morning. I appreciate you. I also want to shout out to Angel because I'm still hearing that Bobby is telling me about Angel tuning into the show. He doesn't, not able to join us live, but he does tune in every day. And so Angel, shout out to you again, bro. I appreciate you. And yeah, look forward to meeting you someday. All right, let's see here. Bobby says Dreadmill. Dreadmill, yeah, Dreadmill. I'll tell you what, my cousin Dean Hart, several years ago, when I did that thing about the power of subtle influence, Dean is another one of those because I remember being in Tennessee and I was on the treadmill and he was like, what are you doing on the treadmill? Get outside. And I was like, I've pretty much have been outside ever since then because he was right. It was being outside is infinitely better. Being in the great outdoors, the fresh air, the sunshine, the birds, just something about being outside is so good. And then also I love hills. And so we lived in the hills in Tennessee. We live in hills here in California. And so I love going up and down hills. And so it's awesome. All right. And then plus two, for me personally, when I'm out just doing a manual walk or a run, I go faster than I do when I'm just pushing the button, making myself. But hey, it's all good because anything is better than nothing, and it all counts. So we're not dogging you, Lucas. We are not dogging you, Lucas. So don't worry about that. Yeah, Bobby says no hate though. Keep up the great work, Lucas. Yes, bro. Get it. Hey, thanks for the like. I appreciate that. All right. Let me know if you have anything else going on. Please keep the live chat alive and active and interactive. And if you have questions or comments as I read through the word this morning, please let me know. I would like for this to be as interactive as possible. Thank you for being here. If you're catching this on YouTube after the recording or on the podcast, I appreciate you too. If I can help you in any way, please let me know. My goal here is to live my life true to me and help you live your life true to you. And just let me know how I can help. We're going to get into the word. We are, we are laying the foundation in the word in this opening year on YouTube. The word is life. It is the foundation for life. It's a foundation for finding life. Wisdom says in Proverbs 8:35, whoever finds me finds life. Matthew 7 says, small is the gate and narrow the path that leads to life, and only a few find it. My goal is to help you find it. So let me know any way I can help. Lucas says, let me see what you got here, Lucas. Lucas says, I prefer outside too, but need that specific fast walking speed and watching Brian on a steady surface. Yeah. All right. I do like that, bro. I do like that. Man, I'm so glad you're here. So glad you're here. Looking forward to seeing you tonight as well. So, all right. We're going to get into the word. Let's see. Anything else before we get started? Hey, today is Mother's Day in Mexico. I read that this morning. Today is Mother's Day in Mexico, and Mother's Day is coming up here this Sunday. So remember your moms. I got my mom on the show with us here this morning. Mom, so thankful you're here. Love you so much, and appreciate you so much, as you know. All right, we'll get into the word. You guys, let me know if you have any thoughts on this as we go through, and we'll get after it. Luke 16:19 through 17:10. Jesus said there was a certain rich man who was splendidly clothed in purple and fine linen, who lived each day in luxury. At his gate lay a poor man named Lazarus, who was covered with sores. As Lazarus lay there longing for scraps from the rich man's table, the dogs would come and lick his open sores. What do you guys think about that? Having your dog lick open sores. Finally, the poor man died and was carried by the angels to be with Abraham. The rich man also died and was buried, and his soul went to the place of the dead. There in torment, he saw Abraham in the far distance with Lazarus at his side. The rich man shouted, Father Abraham, have some pity. Send Lazarus over here to dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue. I am in anguish in these flames. But Abraham said to him, Son, remember that during your lifetime you had everything you wanted, and Lazarus had nothing. So now he is here being comforted, and you are in anguish. It's kind of what the Bible always talks about. The first will become last, and the last will become first. And besides, there's a great chasm separating us. No one can cross over to you from here, and no one can cross over to us from there. Then the rich man said, Please, Father Abraham, at least send some to my father's home, for I have 5 brothers, and I want him to warn them so they don't end up in this place of torment. But Abraham said, Moses and the prophets have warned them. Your brothers can read what they wrote. It's right here. It's available to all of us here in the U.S. at least. So also, like, one thing I wanted to reference back to was this book, Timothy Keller. How he's saying here, he says, Moses and the prophets have warned them. Your brothers can read what they wrote. So it's out there. Everybody, like, it's out there. One of the things I want to read about this, another quick line from this is talking about, let me just read a couple paragraphs here. Another cause of disengagement, this is from Culture. Another cause of disengagement is a thin or intellectualized view of common grace. As we noted earlier, all people possess and suppress some knowledge of God and his character. But many conceive of this knowledge mainly or strictly as cognitive information that can be retrieved and transmitted as we provide evidence of the existence of God, the truth of Christianity, and so on. In other words, we tend to think of this innate knowledge of God in intellectual terms, but the language of Romans 1 verses 18 through 25 gives us a much more comprehensive and dynamic picture of how general revelation or common grace works in real life. The truth is being suppressed, verse 18, but it continues to bear down on us. Verse 20 says, Since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so men are without excuse. But the verbs here, I'm not going to try to say them. The two verbs here in Greek, one is are being understood, and the other is are being seen, are in the form of present passive participles. That is The reality of God's nature and our obligations to him are continuously presented to us. These realities are not static, propositional information, but rather a continually fresh, insistent pressure on the consciousness of every individual. So the word says, man is without excuse. And so do we think that the rich man didn't know about these things before he died? All right. Let me know if you have any thoughts on that. Bobby says, ew, on the open source. Got you there. And then Bobby is asking Lucas. A lot of those are like that. Bobby's asking Lucas if he knows why Mother's Day is celebrated on a different day than us here in the States. All right. Lucas, you can let Bobby know if you have information on that. And we will continue forward. The rich man replied, no, Father Abraham, but if someone is sent to them from the dead, then they will repent of their sins and turn to God. But Abraham said, if they won't listen to Moses and the prophets, they won't listen even if someone rises from the dead. And someone did rise from the dead, right? So there's no excuse. All right. The word says, no man has an excuse. All right. We're going to turn a different direction now. One day Jesus said to his disciples, there will always be temptations to sin, but what sorrow awaits the person who does the tempting. It would be better to be thrown into the sea with a millstone hung around your neck than to cause one of these little ones to fall into sin. So watch yourselves. If another believer sins, rebuke that person. Even if there is repentance, forgive. But even if that person wrongs you 7 times a day and each time turns again and asks forgiveness, you must forgive. I thought this is pretty reassuring, right? So it's showing here God's example of forgiveness. And he's saying, even if that person wrongs you 7 times a day, each time turns again and asks for forgiveness, you must forgive. So it's just showing that there is endless forgiveness. The apostle said to the Lord, show us how to increase our faith. The Lord answered, if you had faith even as small as a mustard seed, you could say to this mulberry tree, may you be uprooted and thrown into the sea, and it would obey you. When a servant comes in, this one I thought was pretty harsh, and I read it to Bobby last night to get what she thought. And so I thought so I'm going to read it to you, and then we'll expand on it a little bit. When a servant comes in from plowing or taking care of sheep, does his master say, come in and eat with me? No. No, he says, prepare my meal, put on your apron, and serve me while I eat. Then you can eat later. And does the master thank the servant for doing what he was told to do? Of course not, it says. In the same way, when you obey me, you should say, we are unworthy servants who have simply done our duty. All right. I do know that's true. When we obey, we should say we are unworthy servants who have simply done our duty. I read that to Bobby last night, and she was like, that's right. She was just like immediately like, that's right. One thing I want to read a little bit on the study Bible here on my big one. It says, if we have obeyed God, we have only done our duty, and we should regard it as a privilege. Do you sometimes feel that you deserve extra credit for serving God? Remember, obedience is not something extra we do. It is our duty. Jesus is not rendering our service as meaningless or useless, nor is he doing away with rewards. He is attacking unwarranted self-esteem and spiritual pride. I think that's good. And another thing, going back to this book, actually on the same page, speaking of spiritual pride, I want to talk about this too. It says, let's see here. If we have a thin view of sin, we will feel safe if we remove from our view anything that could tempt us to commit actions of overt sexual immorality, profanity, dishonesty, or violence. By withdrawing for such cultural texts from our presence, we may feel less sinful, but we may be fooling ourselves. The complex organic nature of sin will still be at work making idols out of good things in our lives, such as moral goodness, financial security, family, doctrinal purity, or pride in our culture, or as the study Bible here said, pride in spiritual pride. So we got to be careful, because even if we think we're doing good, well, then we just sin because we're thinking too highly of ourselves, right? It's just sin is always at work and so complex, and always trying to weave its way in any way possible into our lives. All right, that is it for the New Testament. Let's see. Go back here. Bobby says, I like that. He's showing us things continuously. Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate that feedback from the reading. And Bobby said he's not sure, but he will ask his mom today. All right. Lucas, you can fill us in tonight, bro. All right, today's psalm's got a lot of big words in it. I'll do my best. Oh God, do not be silent. Do not be deaf. Do not be quiet, oh God. Don't hear the uproar of your enemies. Don't you hear the uproar of your enemies? Don't you see that your arrogant enemies are rising up? They devise crafty schemes against your people. They conspire against your precious ones. Come, they say, let us wipe out Israel as a nation. We will destroy the very memory of its existence. Yes, this was their unanimous decision. They signed a treaty as allies against you, these Edomites and Ishmaelites, Moabites and Hagrites, Gebalites, Ammonites and Amalekites, and people from Philistia and Tyre. Assyria has joined them too and is allied with the descendants of Lot. Do to them as you did to the Midianites, and as you did to Sisera and Jabin at the Kishon River. They were destroyed at Endor, and their decaying corpses fertilized the soil. Let their mighty nobles die as Oreb and Zeb did. Let all the princes die like Zebah and Zalmunna. For they said, let us seize for our own use these pasture lands of God. O my God, scatter them like tumbleweed, like chaff before the wind, as a fire burns a forest and as a flame sets mountains ablaze. Chase them with your fierce storm. Terrify them with your tempest. Utterly disgrace them until they submit to your name, O Lord. Turn the page. That song, Turn the Page, came to mind the other day. I listened to it on my walk. Let them be ashamed and terrified forever. Let them die in disgrace. Then they will learn that you alone are called the Lord, that you alone are the Most High, supreme over all the earth. All right, and Proverbs talking about some hard work. Lazy people want much but get little, but those who work hard will prosper. All right. That's today's Proverbs 13:4. Lazy people want much but get little. Lazy people want much but get little, but those who work hard will prosper. Let's work hard. Hey, thanks for the other like. I appreciate that. Hey, that's it for today's reading. That's it for today's word. Quick and easy. The source of life, the source of wisdom. Super important. Let's not be duped into thinking that God's word is not relevant in today's times. It's the foundation for life. Hey, thank you guys for being here. Let me know if you have any final thoughts or comments before we close out the show. It is 6:18. Well, it was 6:18. Every time I see the clock, Bobby's birthday is June 18th. So every time I see 6:18, I normally say, hey, happy birthday, Bobby. So happy birthday, Bobby. It was 1 minute ago. Hey, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. If I can help you in any way find life, let me know. You can join me on the live stream. We'd love to have you in the mornings. We do this live every morning on YouTube at 6 a.m. Pacific. We'd love for you to come join us. Live streamers, thank you for being here this morning. I appreciate you so much. I love the interaction, and that's why I do these live. It's just to show up every day, and just be here for anyone who needs to connect and get some good in their life. I'm here to spread joy and hope and encouragement and light to the best of my ability. Let me know any way I can help. You guys let me know if you have any final thoughts in the live chat, and we'll start winding down. And hey, it's Wednesday. It's hump day. It's hustle day. Every day it's hustle day, right? Let's get after it. Hey, let's live with intention. Let's live with intention. Let's know where we're going. Let's know why we're going there. What's our why? Let's know our why. Let's not be a wandering generality just drifting through life, but let's live with intention, and let's live life true to ourselves, and let's live life well. All right. If I can help you in any way, let me know. And we're going to close out. All right. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you have a great hump day. Hope you have a great hustle day. And we will catch you tomorrow. All right. Keep finding life. We'll see you tomorrow. Hey, friend. Thanks for watching my video or listening to my podcast. Again, I'm so glad you're here. If you would like more information about finding life, please be sure to subscribe. Don't forget about my free PDF download, The Top 3 Keys to Finding Life, which also includes the one decision that completely changed everything for me and can for you too. I'll have a link to it below. If you would like to help me help others find life, please be sure to give me a like, leave me a comment, a review, share with your family and friends. Any activity I get helps me help others find life. Lastly, don't forget to let me know how I can help you. What challenges are you facing? What are you struggling with? Let me know how I can help you specifically. Leave me a comment, send me an email, or set up a call with me. Until next time, let me leave you with this. There is a common thread that connects us all, and there is more to life than meets the eye. If you have ever felt like there has to be something more to life, you're on the right track. Keep moving forward.
Yeah.